Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity. To USA Shalom. This is the brother Amon Ariel from GMS Charlotte, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar. And pretty much, I wanted to respond to this video done by Captain Tazariak of the ISUPK and this outlandish statement that he made concerning to what the title of the video, what it was called. He said that the woman is the strongest thing outside of God, all right, which essentially goes into that Queen of Heaven worship, all right, which has been a major stumbling block for the men of Israel, man, all right? All throughout history, you have seen that spirit, that idol rear its ugly head amongst the nation, man, all right? And for this man to make that type of statement shows you that he is under that vibration, all right? Now, we're going to listen to what he said and then break down the scriptures, because his justification for him making that statement was a scripture that he quoted out of context, man. Because when you read this chapter in its entirety, going into the scripture that he used, you can see that that's not what it was talking about, man. All right, so let's get into it.
That's it. And then y'all talk about the women in the Bible. What is the strongest thing outside of God in the Bible, above man or anything else? What is the strongest thing? Do y'all know? A woman. Yeah. So shut up with that bullshit. When you go in the first Ezra, stop. When you go in the first Ezra, the 3rd chapter, it says the only thing stronger on the planet is than a woman is the Most High. So when y'all saying that, y'all like to cherry pick 2 or 3 scriptures where it talks about. I'm to be done in a second. Y'all like to cherry pick 2 or 3 scriptures when it talks about how bad a woman is. When a woman can be bad, a man can be bad. But the scriptures say a virtuous woman her price is above rubies. So you can't pick and choose and cherry pick what you want to do to fit your argument. We give one thing I love about that Bible, it gives the whole spectrum. It don't just talk about the goodness of either of us, male, female. Israel is one of the most destructive forces in the Bible, and that's our records.
Yeah, he's tripping, man. All right, because number one, before we even go into all this, he said the strongest thing outside of God is the woman. So you saying that the woman is stronger than Yahweh Shai, all right? The son. So that in itself is blasphemy, man. All right? But outside of that, all right, the woman is not over the man, all right? Common sense will let you know that, man, okay? Women are not stronger than men in any sense of the sort. Not physically, not mentally, and damn sure not spiritually, man. All right? Now, that's not a knock against women. That's just the truth, man. All right? The Most High has set up women in their order, all right? And their order, all right, is to be under the man, okay? So that they can be, guided in the correct way to walk, man. All right? So like you said, like you heard him, he mentioned the book of 1 Ezra chapter 3, right? So let's read that, all right? So I'm going to begin here in verse 3. So this is 1 Ezra 3:3. And when they had eaten and drunken, and being satisfied were gone home, then Darius the king went into his bedchamber and slept, and soon after awakened. Then 3 young men that were of the guard that kept the king's body spake one to another, Let every one of us speak a sentence. He that shall overcome, and whose sentence shall be seen wiser than the others, unto him shall the king Darius give great gifts, and great things in token of victory, as to be clothed in purple, to drink in gold, and to sleep upon gold, the chariot with bundles of gold, and an head tree or head tire of fine linen, and a chain about his neck. And he shall sit next to Darius because of his wisdom, and shall be called Darius his cousin. Right. So these 3 men were pretty much, making like a wager amongst themselves, and so what they were going to do was bring forth a saying that the king would see, he would find the most wise and reward them with pretty much accolades and having that position beside him. All right, it says, and he shall sit next to Darius because of his wisdom, and shall be called Darius his cousin. And then everyone wrote his sentence and sealed it and laid it under King Darius his pillow, and said that when the king is risen, some will give him the writings, and of those whose side the king and the three princes of Persia shall judge that his sentence is the wisest, to him shall the victory be given, as was appointed. The first wrote, wine is the strongest. The second wrote, the king is strongest. The third wrote, women are strongest, but above all things, truth beareth away victory. Beareth away the victory, right? And that's what it is, man. Okay, truth is the strongest out of everything, man. All right, and when you go into the next chapter, because it's gonna go into the whole story, which you can read on your own, but the main point we're gonna start at. All right, so going to verse chapter 4. Okay, we're gonna deal with verse 13 and on down. Okay, it says, then the third, who had spoken of women and of the truth, this was Zerubbabel, began to speak. O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them, or who hath the lordship over them? Are they not women? Women have borne the king, and all the people that bear rule by sea and land. Even of them came they, and they nourished them up that planted the vineyards, from whence the wine cometh. These also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men, and without women cannot men be. All right, so this pretty much is going to show you that women pretty much they carry life, man. All right, and that sentiment is what a lot of people run with to try to put the women above where she's supposed to be at, man. All right, because you got a lot of these women that brag on that, and you have men that'll brag on that because they women bring life, women bring life. All right, but without the man, what life is she bringing forth, man? So continuing on, it says, yea, and if men have gathered together gold and silver, or any goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and beauty? And letting all those things go, do they not gape, and even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her? And have not all men more desire unto her than unto silver or gold, or any goodly thing whatsoever? A man leaveth his own father that brought him up, and his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife. He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remembereth neither father nor mother nor country. By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? Yea, a man taketh the sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon rivers, and looketh upon a lion, and goeth in the darkness, and when he hath stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than mother or father. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sakes. Many have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. So the point of reading all this was to show you that the power that women do possess, all right, if you give them that, because women are only as powerful as the power that is given to them, man. As we see in today's society, man. Hey, women have been given full reign to be whatever they want to, and look at the destruction they have wrought, man. So yeah, women are powerful, all right, in their given role, but women in wickedness, all right, is a power that if you're not a man of understanding, if you don't have the truth, all right, women will destroy you, man. Okay, so this is why men don't realize the power that women have, they possess. Okay, but it's got to be nurtured the correct way, man. All right, but for you to sit there and say that women are over men, that's totally out of context. Because that's in other words, what you're saying is that women are a god in a sense, man. Which you're tripping, okay? Because number one, how can she be God? How can she be stronger than anything outside of God when the scriptures clearly say this, man? You know, First Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Right, because at the end of the day, hey, women are beautiful in their own right. Okay, they have a lot that they were created to be in as mothers and as wives, but for you to give them more power than they deserve and that they can handle, hey, you're ultimately, setting yourself up to be destroyed, man. Which has always been the case with the nation of Israel, man. All right, and you got even other women that will look down upon men that think like that, man. Because a lot of the reason, majority of the reasons why niggas say things like this because they want brownie points with women. All right, they want women to hear them say that and pretty much, you know, praise them pretty much, man. But a real woman, doesn't like hearing that, man. So this is a good example
I
of
know
that.
my place in the world, and I'm just a woman. That's not an insult. That's not a put down, but I am not a man. See, God is a man. You represent God, and I tell black women the closest you may ever get to God is being with a black man.
And see, this is the sentiment that has been lost thanks to the lies of Esau Edom. All right, and these simp ass men. Okay, because here it is, you got this woman Shahrazad Ali. All right, who was famous for pretty much calling out women and putting them in their place. Okay, yes, we know that she's a Muslim, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the role of how a woman's supposed to be, hey, she's right on point. Okay, and she was hated because she would always be outspoken when it came to women being in their proper perspective, man, and the men. All right, but at the end of the day, as she said, man, she's just a woman. She's not nothing, more or less than that. And like I said, that's not an insult because you'll see a lot of these people, especially these wicked women, will take that as an insult because when you say the things like we're saying as far as women not being over men, they look at that as that's something to be ashamed about. No, that's just what it is, man. The Lord created the men first. All right, let's get that, man. Where we at? Because like she said, man, the closest thing you will ever get to the Most High is through a man, because that's the order that the Lord set up. All right. So, 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. All right. So for you to sit out here and say that the woman is the strongest thing outside of God, of Yahweh, you're disregarding the whole structure that the Most High set up. Okay, because we know according to this verse, Yahweh is Yahweh, then Yahweh Shai, then the man, then the woman. All right. When you say that, you're disregarding Yahweh Shai and the man. You're saying that the woman can be on the same level as Yahweh, which is completely off, man, because the Lord is not dealing with the woman directly, man. He deals with the woman through men. That's why women are supposed to have husbands. One husband at that, man. All right? So knowing that, as she was saying, man, play it back.
I know my place in the world, and I'm just a woman. That's not an insult. That's not a put down, but I am not a man. See, God is a man. You represent God, and I tell black women the closest you may ever get to God is being with a black man.
Right, because the Lord deals with men. All right? So let's get that in Ezekiel 34 and 31. And ye, my flock, the flock of my pastor, are men, and I am your power, saith the Lord Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, right. The flock of the Lord's pastor is men, because men are the ones that make things happen. Okay, men are the kings, men are the priests, men are the judges. Men do everything to make a society, man. All right, women just help, nurture, you know. And like I said, I'm saying that not in the diminishing way, but it's just the truth, man. Okay, but these women have gotten so beside themselves to where you literally got women making videos speaking about how they should be paid just to exist. All right, how women don't need men, how they can bring forth life on their own, which we're gonna get into that too, man. Because hey, life doesn't come from a woman. All right, you carry it, but you don't create it, man. All right, so you gotta get that out your head, man. Okay, but like I said, the Lord is dealing with the men. All right, so the flock of the Lord's pasture is men. Another one, Revelation 21:3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua himself shall be with them and be their power. Right. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, he's dealing with the men. Okay? So you got to get that in your head first, man. You are over the woman, and you putting the woman over you. That's you pretty much, dabbling in that damn Queen of Heaven spirit, man. All right, get that real quick too before I go back to the video, man. This is the book of Acts, chapter 19 and 24. It says, "For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen, whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation, and said, Sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our own wealth." Right, because hey, this man Demetrius was an idol worshiper. All right, he would make idols, all right, for different people, but the idols that they were making was for the idol Diana. All right, which was the one of the Queen of Heaven, idols, man. Because the Queen of Heaven goes by many names, man. All right, you got Diana, you got Isis, you got Semiramis, you got I forgot in Egypt what they called her. You know, you got even today's time you got Mary. Okay, the Northern Kingdom, they worship Mary. All right, so the Queen of Heaven thing has never been anything new. Like the scriptures say, there's no new thing under the sun, man. All right, so these are jakes in today, which you would see like in these black unconscious communities. These are the same dudes that was back then. All right, the black woman is God worshiping women, man. All right. It says, verse 26, "Moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods which are made with hands, so that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be displayed, it should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worshipeth. And when they heard these sayings, they were full of wrath and cried out, saying, Great is Diana of the Ephesians." Right, and that's the same hatred and pushback that we get here at Great Millstone, and all brothers that teach the same doctrine as Great Millstone. Because when you hear us speak about the woman, you hear us, speak about the woman in terms of how she's supposed to be according to the scriptures, man. You hear us get on the woman the way we do is because the woman is completely out of order in this society, man. All right? How the scriptures describe how a woman's supposed to be, she does the complete opposite in this society, man. And this is why the woman gets blasted the way she do when you hear us speak about her, man. All right? But then we also speak good when we see something, that women, do good as well, man. But at the end of the day, as a man, you're not supposed to be worshiping no woman, man. All right, because like I said, that's been one of the downfalls that has always plagued the nation of Israel, man. All right, hey, our men have always had a weak spot, for the woman, to the point where she was used to destroy us, man. So yeah, a woman is strong Hey, she's strong in wickedness at a point, but a woman that's in her right role, man, she's powerful too, man. All right, because you play a integral part in the family unit, man. But when you move outside of that, man, the wickedness of a woman is strong as hell as well, man. All right. So like I said, this idol worship dealing with the Queen of Heaven has always been around, man. All right. So I'm trying to think of how this is. Let me see. Yep, Jeremiah 7 and I started 16. It says, "Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger." See, that's always been our problem as a people, man. Idol worshiping, man. And the Queen of Heavens was a heavy idol that has always plagued the nation of Israel, man. You know, like I said, and it's under different names, man. Like I said, Isis, Asheroth, Semiramis, Diana, all throughout Israel's history, man. Just look it up, man. That has always been a downfall, man. And like I said, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon real quick to prove that that's always been Israel's fault, man. That's our kryptonite. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. "For the dividing of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life." All right. So that's always been Israel's Achilles heel, man. And the reason why we continually failed the nation because idol worship constantly played a integral part, in our downfall, man. All right. Our iniquities have withholding these good things from us, man. And a part of that was Jake idolizing the woman and putting her ass on the pedestal, man. All right. So you have to hear from the source that, look, man, stop doing that shit, man, because that's eventually that's gonna get you destroyed out here, man. You jakes that think like that, because at the end of the day, man, you empower women like that is giving them a false sense of identity. All right, we're supposed to be teaching our people, the men and the women, their proper duties in the eyes of the Lord, man. All right. So, like I said, I have this part of this interview of her speaking. All right, because she said something that totally cut Tazariak, man. All right, we'll go play it back.
I know my place in the world, and I'm just a woman. That's not an insult. That's not a put down, but I am not a man. See, God is a man. You represent God, and I tell black women the closest you may ever get to God is being with a black man, because he looks more like you than me. And we have so many things out here affecting our respect and image of self. That's the other reason black.
And what's the main way that happened, man? Through the serpent and his poison, which is that the serpent's poison is still being fed to our women today, man. You know, because like what has happened, man, is you have forgotten exactly what she said, man. Hey, you have pretty much fed into the Esau's lies. Now, therefore, you pretty much you don't look at the man as as your Lord, man, as your God, man, because hey, we are your gods, man. That's why when you had Abraham, when Sarah addressed him, she called him Lord, man. Why is that? Because she knew that he was her Lord, man. Because like I said, the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai deals with you women through men. Okay, so I'm trying to think of yeah, let me get that. First Timothy. This is First Timothy 2 and 13. It says, "For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression." All right. So through you taking heed to the serpent's venom, them lies, You was given that philosophy, which you could tell was the early stages of feminism back then. Okay, because when you read Genesis 3:16 in the NLT, all right, it tells you how your desires is going to want to rule over the man. All right, and that has been taking place ever since, man. And so, like I said, man, you got these weak men that have been running with that same philosophy of putting the woman over the men. All right, and she's gonna speak on that.
Woman don't want to believe that the black man is God because they think the black man they know ain't nothing and that y'all ain't nothing, so there ain't no way you could be God. In fact, you have some brothers who have surrendered and they walking around talking about the black woman is God. Some more absurd, silly nonsense
When did
that
that
we
start?
waste our time on.
When did that start? This notion that the black woman was God.
Well, they just have surrendered. It can't be me because I can't do nothing. I ain't got nothing and look like she more successful or whatever. And so we just decide then she must be God. That's what a man do. I don't know no man that would decide that. And I try to correct every brother I run into about that. They think they complimenting me by saying the black woman is God. But I'm not God. And I don't want that job. Okay, I got enough to do. I don't want that responsibility. And I don't have that power.
I wanted to touch.
Yeah, the woman is not God because God brings forth life. Women don't bring forth life, man. Women nurture it. Okay, and that's the whole point of why this had to be addressed. Because these niggas that's thinking like this, man, as she said, man, they're lost, man. They're weak, they're defeated, and ultimately, what it is, man, a lot of these niggas just say this shit so they can get in you women pants, man. All right, and like I said, a real woman doesn't want to hear that because they know deep down that look, they need a man. They need a real man, a masculine man that can provide for them, to protect them, you know. So I said, women in their right mind don't want to hear nothing like that, man, because like I said, they know that a real man, all right, is over them, okay? Because like I said, the man brings forth life, man. All right. So let's finish this out. 1 Timothy 2:13 again. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression, because the serpent knew to go to the woman first, because like I read earlier in Peter's, she's the weaker vessel. So if she was the strongest thing outside of God, then why didn't the serpent go to Adam? Because he knew he couldn't deal with Adam, so he had to go through the woman. All right. Verse 15. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Right. Because, like I said, man, hey, you women, your biggest strength is you playing your role as being a mother and a wife. All right. Your duty out here in this world is to bring forth children for your husband. All right. And like I said, we're so messed up in society to where that is becoming, a burden to a lot of these women. They don't want to be mothers anymore. They don't want to be wives, man. They just want to, they don't even want to be women. Because if you're not doing that, then what is a woman? That's why the whole debate that's you're seeing out here, a simple question: what is a woman? They don't know, okay? Because they've been totally taken out of their out of their proper role, man. All right? But like I said, what gives the man power over them is the ability to bring forth life. But see, they're so gone, they think that because they're able to have a seed in them for 9 months and give birth, that's what make them more powerful than a man. When you're mistaken.
That's it.
You got niggas running around talking about the woman is God.
The black woman is God.
Boy, the woman is our God. How did she get the baby in her womb?
Plant the seed.
Conceptually.
Seed.
And like she was saying, Shara Ali said that a real woman in her right state of mind knows that, hey, she doesn't have power to be a god, man, because number one, she can't even have power over herself to bring forth life, man. All right? Real women know they need a man to do that, man. All right? And like I said, this give you some examples in the scriptures of women that knew this. 2 Maccabees 7:22. I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it that formed the members of every one of you, but doubtless the Creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as you now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. Right. So the mother of the seven Maccabees brothers that were put to death, all right, she knew that the life that was given, with the ability for her to, give life to these her children, wasn't of her own accord, man. Because I did a lesson, I believe that was sometime last year, where you actually had instances in the scriptures to where women that prayed to Yahweh Shem Shah to get pregnant. All right, because back then having a man's child, that was a great honor and accomplishment. All right, but now it's just looked at like it's nothing, man. You know, and that's thanks to Esau, man. Okay, but like I said, hey, you women don't take into account. Okay, y'all out here saying that you carry, you pretty much you bring forth life, right? Let's get this one.
Women are the carriers of life, then that means that men provide the seed of life.
All right, so let's stop it right there. So it said that women are the carriers of life, but the men, hey, he brings forth the seed. Okay, he's the one that put the seed in you, man. Because if women were truly powerful, like they say, then how would you get that inside of your stomach, man? All right. Second Ezra 5:46, and he said unto me, ask the womb of a woman and say unto her, if thou bring forth children, why doeth it not together, but one after another? Pray her therefore to bring forth 10 children at once. And I said she cannot, but must do it by distance of time, right? Because, hey, you have a specific parameters that you have to go by. You can't just bring life as you please, man, because it's not up to you. It's up to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right, to give you a man to put a seed inside of you, man. But even with that, you can only do that at spaces in between time, man. Okay, because it takes you 9 months to give birth, but even after you give birth, you still have to go, to into a purification, cycle. I forget exactly how long, but I know it's a certain amount of time for a son and an even longer time for a daughter, man. If I'm not mistaken. So you can't just bring forth children willy nilly. That's what get right there gives it just proves what Tazariot said pretty much, man. All right.
So that means technically the children belong to the men, which is why children get the last name of their fathers, because the children belong to the men, right? So with that being said, why is it that women always talk about children in a possessive ownership type of way, as if they weren't simply the carriers of the child? Like why do they talk about men as if men wasn't the whole spark of life that gave them the children to carry? Like if it wasn't for men and their seeds, none of us would be here. So why do we always talk about men in a passive way when it comes to children, but we want to act like women were solely responsible for birth?
Because women have taken on the the poison of the serpent, and that feminism demon has put women in a frame of mind that's incorrect, man. All right, so now due to what they're able to do with carrying children, they think that that's what puts them over the man. But you fail to realize that for women that think like that, at least, that men carry life in us every day. In our testicles, we have sperm, which is the key component that is needed for you to have that life inside of you, women. Okay, because hey, inside of your womb and uterus really is death. That's why every month you bleed, But unless a seed is put into that womb, all right, then there's nothing that you women can do. All right, you don't bring forth life. You just carry it, like this woman just said, man. All right, that's why you have certain Jake out there that refer to their women as the earth, you know, because a woman is more than just, they're pretty much like an incubator that is the Lord has used to bring forth children to the earth, man. All right, but the seed comes from the Father. Life comes from the Father without men. All right, because like I said in First Ezra 4 or 3, no 4, Slakia. First Ezra 4. I'll read it back. Yeah, First Ezra 4:14. O ye men, it is not the great king nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is then that ruleth them, or hath the lordship over them? Are they not women? Women have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by the sea and land. Even by some came they, and they nourished them up that planted the vineyards from whence the wine cometh. These also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men, and without women cannot men be. Right. So, hey, women will take that and say, look, that's what gives women power over men. Because if there was no women, all right, then men wouldn't exist. All right. Now, we understand that, but without the seed, okay, you women wouldn't be able to bring forth life, man. All right, and that's the importance of that, man. Okay, that's why, hey, you women shouldn't be put up on no pedestal like that, because hey, you're not able to do any of that on your own, man. All right, this is Luke chapter 27. It's like Luke 11:27, and it came to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked. But he said, Yea, rather, blessed are they that hear the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and keep it. Okay? So this was a woman trying to, use that Queen of Heaven spirit back then. But what did Yahushua tell her, man? Okay, because she tried to say, Mary, his mother, all right, should be, pretty much put on a pedestal, in so many words, because she's the one that brought him forth, and her breasts are the one that he sucked to be nurtured. But his response was, Yea, rather blessed are they that hear the word of the Most High and keep it. Okay, because truth is more powerful than women, man. Okay, truth is the most powerful thing. Period. All right, as we can see, this is the reason why the world is unraveling. All right, all the lies, all the strongholds that have been used to pretty much keep the people in this state of confusion. Truth is breaking it down, man. All right, and that's the whole point of why, hey, we're catching so much flack for this word, man, because it's bringing back normality to the situation that is much heavily needed, man. All right, you women have to be brought back down to that level to know your place in the world, because if you're so strong, if you're this strong, presence outside of the Lord, then why does the scripture say that you need protection? All right, let's get that in Isaiah 32:2. It says, And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Right, because in Jacob's trouble, we're going to see how strong these strong, independent women that claim they don't need men are, man, or be, Slakia. How they going to be in that day. But true women are starting to see that, look, we're going to need a man, because as society is getting worse and worse, they're going to need protection. And the only way they're going to be protected is by a man. All right? So as it comes to you men out here, man, and you got to get out of that weak, effeminate spirit. You putting a woman over you, that's a weak spirit, man. And you even heard Shahrazad Ali said that, man. That's a defeated spirit for a man to say a sentence like that, man. All right? Isaiah 46:8. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. Right. Show yourselves men. Okay? It says, bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. Remember how women have been the fall of many. All right? Yeah, women are strong. But hey, as it said, let me get that real quick. Sirach 19:2. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to whores will become impudent. All right. So yeah, women will destroy you men that put them up on a pedestal like that, and that's why, hey, the Lord is calling for the real men of Israel to stand up on their feet and come back unto Him, man. All right. Hey, man. So Tazariot, you tripping, bro? So with that, I'm gonna end this lesson out, Lord willing. You know, this it saved this time, man. I didn't try to record this lesson. I don't know how many times, man. So Lord willing, it went through this time. All right, I pray it was edifying. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of great millstone that taught me the truth and that rule well. And peace and blessing to the elect. Shalom.